Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about how many words, Quranic words, do you actually need to understand the Quran. In this video, I'm going to talk about that. Starting with this simple question that how many words do you actually need to understand the Quran? You know, most people think that they need thousands of words before they understand Quran. Or some people think that they need years of experience while learning the Arabic grammar. Something that first we should understand the complex grammar, then we can understand the Quran. But I will tell you the reality is that that is this is the biggest misconception that we should first understand thousands of Quranic words, thousands grammatical words, and we should have the years of experience and years of study of grammar is required. Now, you know what is the biggest problem most beginners face is that they start learning Arabic. Okay, that's fine if they start learning. If they want to understand the Quran, then they have one thing in their mind. Let's first start from learning the Arabic. Then they start memorizing thousands of words. Then they think that we should first master the Arabic grammar and maybe we'll understand later. You know what result they get? They end up with overwhelmed, they never start again, or they depend on the translation forever. I just want to share with you what is the biggest myth here is that you must first learn the whole Arabic language. But that's not the truth. You know, just like English, you don't uh, you don't start with a dictionary. You start with common words. If you are able to understand English, if you are able to understand other languages, have you started from learning the dictionary? Have you started learning the whole complex book before starting the language? No. I'll tell you the secret here. The secret here is learn high frequency words. Yes, because they appear in the Holy Quran again and again. When you learn high frequency words, they appear in the Quran. You just go through the page, they appear again. You just turn the page, they appear again. You just go through different surah, they appear again. That's what happens. Your brain becomes familiar with those words. Then understanding increases naturally. I'll give one simple example. Just learning, imagine you are just learning words like Allah, like Rabb, like Ar Rahman, like Kitab, like Iman, like Ayah. Now imagine seeing them hundreds of times while reading the Quran. Every encounter strengthens your memory. I'll give the example of puzzle. Imagine the Quran as a huge puzzle, and every high frequency word is another puzzle piece. You got one piece, then you got another five pieces, then 20 pieces. You know, if you the more number of puzzle pieces you get, the picture becomes clearer. Okay, now I'll tell you why this method actually works, because you are not learning random vocabulary of the Quran. You learn just the words Allah repeats the most. So there are different benefits of learning these repeated words. Number one is you just get faster progress. You just have the better retention of the words. You'll have less overwhelm and you'll have more motivation and more confidence while learning. You know what is the transformational shift is that before learning this way, Arabic looks unfamiliar and you will depend on translation more. Arabic just every verse feels disconnected, every word feels isolated. But when you get some when you get this pattern, when you just recognize the words, your salah feels without recognition, your salah feels disconnected. But after recognizing these words, there's a transformational shift. You will be able to recognize many words simultaneously. You start understanding many verses, and you'll have a better concentration in the salah. And what happens? You'll have the stronger connection with the Almighty Allah. So I'll give you what is action plan step by step. Step number one is just learn high frequency words. Step number two is that just read the Quran daily. Step number third is that recognize repeated words. And step 4 is that understanding grows every week. Okay, I'll give you the key takeaway here is that you don't need thousands of Arabic words. Then what you need is the right word first. Call to action is that if this video helped you, just like it, comment below that I am starting my Quran understanding journey today. Subscribe for more lessons. In the description, I have attached a link of my free 90-minute webinar. You can click on the link and just get in my Quranic Connection WhatsApp group so that you can get notified for the next webinars to come in. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.